Hello, good afternoon, Matthew. Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello.
Okay, good. Your volume is very low. Wait a minute, I will up my volume first.
No need. Can is it better?
Yes,
Uh,
yes. Okay, good. Nice. Your voice is clear. Okay. By the way, what about your camera? Is it
okay.
good? Can we test it? Okay.
Good.
Okay, good, good. Nice. Okay. Okay, before we start our lesson, first of all, I want to introduce myself. Today I will temporarily replacing your main tutor, Mr. Ahdan, and I am Mr. Lukman will accompanying you to learn about Python start from this lesson until tomorrow. And the lesson for now we will try to learn about loops that continue for the last lesson. But before that, I want to ask you something about the last lesson. Did you have any question about last lesson about loops?
None.
Not?
I have no
Okay.
question.
Okay, good. What about your course? Had you done all?
I didn't finish the bonus because
Mm-mm.
uh oh yeah, and I also have a question.
Okay, good. What
So
question
for
is it?
the courses,
Okay, can you share your screen or maybe it's a screencast in platform so I can see
uh,
your course?
can you see it now?
Yes, good, nice.
What I'm confused that it passed me because I knew this program didn't work,
Mm-mm.
but it still passed me. I still don't get. And yeah,
Okay,
it still doesn't work. See, I don't get why it passed me though. That's my only question.
okay. Longevity counting action. Can you open your task at the right blue button? You can click it.
Task.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Write the program. So the mission is solve ask for input with the prompt. Okay. Mm-hmm. So what make you confused about the program?
So I am confused on why it passed me because as you can clearly see, I made the program wrong.
Mm-mm. No.
I'm just confused on why.
But is it work for the platform? Okay, wait a minute. Enter zero and then ticket number one.
I
Okay.
somehow passed using this. I just don't know how what the correct one is.
Oh, this is for the teacher. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Maybe Mr. Ahdan did some little mistakes. Maybe. Wait a minute. I will see your task. What task? Longevity counting action. Wait a minute. Lesson three, right?
Uh, yes.
Okay. Wait a minute. Lesson three. I think it must be corrected by the teacher, not by auto check system.
It's auto check though, because the teacher is yellow, right?
Yeah.
And the auto check is
Oh, yeah,
green.
you're right. That's the automatic check. That's the code. Okay, wait a minute. I will see the longevity counting action. Okay. What number is it? Number six, right?
Huh?
Number six, right? What
This is
level?
number 6.
Number six.
What
Okay.
is the correct one for
Hmm. When
uh
get ticket one, ticket number one, zero, ticket number two. The program should ask for input in the from enter. When you enter zero, the program should display the ticket number and the ticket number. Okay. The ticket number should go in order starting from one. No, the days. Okay. Let's see your code. Input. Yes, you already make an input. And then, okay. You need to display the ticket number. The ticket number is based on your counter. Yeah, you're right. Your count. Your count is. Wait a minute. Why you delete it? Okay. Okay.
oh
I think you. Yeah. Do you wanna say something?
oh
Your ticket number based on the count, and your count already started by zero, and then you add it at the line 5 by 1. So when you press enter at the input 0 at the first line, at the code number 2, at the line number 2, the count will be go into the while loop and add the count into 1, right? Be Do you understand?
yeah.
The count before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, also I had another question.
Okay.
Uh I
I think the
for
code that
that
you modify
question,
is
yeah,
good enough.
but I don't understand this last question. Could you please
Okay. Wait a minute. The longevity enter the prices
It's
of.
not this
Oh, not
one.
this.
Oh, right. This last one. How do I
Okay.
do this last one?
Mm-hmm. Hit. Okay. In honor of the holiday, longevity want to Christmas tree. Okay. So what's your program if you want to if you run it? Can you run it? What's the display?
Uh,
Enter the hit. Okay.
it just does this. Well, if I remove this one, it should just do like this. What? Huh?
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, counting action. I will open the tab for the counting action. Can you mention to me what lesson is it? What number lesson is it? Lesson what?
The same lesson 6.
Lesson
6.
6.
I believe it's 6.
Wait a minute. Longevity counting action, right? Longevity counting action.
Yes.
The Christmas tree. Wait a minute, still loading. Okay. Longevity counting action and the number 6. Lesson 3. Okay. Wait. Counting actions. Okay. Can you open? Wait a minute. I will open the task.
Oh, okay.
Wait. Maybe difficult to share. This. Okay. Uh, there is some tips in the task. You can try to make this logic and implement it into your code. You see here there are for head what do I how to say thingy head, yeah, head. There are four. The head is set by four, and then we just said there are any n number of the head, and we just if we want to make the Christmas tree like the left left leaf and then right leaf, just use this formula n minus 1 and then n minus 1. If you want to make it into your code, you can do it like this. I will show you the, yeah, this is the code. So the n minus 1 will be cover will be wait a minute. I already share my screen, not
I
wait.
can't see it.
Okay, wait. Screen guys. Okay. Longevity content. Okay, yes. Okay. Like I said before, we can use this formula to make leaf with asterisk like this, yeah. This
Yeah.
let's say this asterisk like leaf for the Christmas tree. So we can use the formula of the left leaf and then right leaf. If you want to implement it into the code, we just use the enter the head and assign it into the n like variable. You can free to mention what the variable that we want to use, and then we need to loop in every head that we already use in our tips here, n minus 1 and then 1 and n minus 1 for the right and the left one. So we can try to make asterisk like this. The asterisk will be multiplied by n minus e minus 1 like in this tips, n minus e minus 1, and then for the right one 2 times e plus 1. And don't forget to make it iteration or counter. We can set this is like a counter in the while loop, so the number of the loop for the head in the Christmas tree will be will be suitable with our determining head in the n variable. If we try to run it, hope it will be right. 5 maybe, yeah, this is like this. So you can try to make with this tip as your flow chart and then try to implement it into your code.
I have
Don't
a
forget.
question.
Okay.
Uh, for the fourth line, was it called? Yeah.
Yes, for the fourth line.
For it means print space times n minus I minus one, right?
Yes, you're right. Let's say n is 5 like I input in this program. So this is
Okay.
space will be times into 5 minus e 0 for the first one 0, because the initiate of e is 0 and minus 1. So 5 minus 1 is 4. We will make 4 space 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the space for 4 space, and then add one asterisk for this like this, plus asterisk 1 and multiplied by 2 point sorry 2 multiply by e plus 1, 2 multiplied by e 0 and plus 1. So the asterisk will be multiplied by 1. So this is the result for the asterisk for the first head at the top of the Christmas tree. And then next for the e plus 1, so there are e will be 2, and then e will be iterated into the fourth line, and space will be multiplied by n minus e minus 1 again, with the e will be 2, it will be 1. Last time we know the e is 0 like the initiate one here, because we add it 1 times, and then the e will be changed into 1. So the 5 minus 1, it will be 3. So it will be make 3 space. If you see here, 3 space, and then yeah, here. This is the space, and you can see there will be print into 3 asterisks. This is the plus 1 plus asterisk multiplied by 2 multiplied by e plus 1. And e it will be 1, 2 multiplied by 1, 2, and plus 1, 3. Okay, this is right, 3. And so on. So it can be used, this this algorithm, the algorithm will be can be used for make the present implementation of code in here. Hope it will be you understand with my explanation.
I I
You got it?
think so.
Okay. If you have any question, or maybe you still need some explanation, please let me know. Because
Okay.
the algorithm of the each individual will be there will be chance of the different. So if you have any algorithmic or maybe any flowchart that you want to implement, you can do it also. This is just I just use these tips and then make it and implement it into this fourth line, print, and so on.
Uh,
Okay.
I think I have a question.
Yeah.
So I just copied your code into this one,
Mm.
but it says unsupported operand types for multi, non-type, and int. Could you please explain?
Can you screencast your course? Okay, wait a minute. Print head minus count. Okay, unsupported operand types for non-type and integer. Okay. Okay, let's see your code. Print will be used after we type print. We will be used to kurung. How to say kurung? Do you know kurung? Kurung?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You see here, if you want to you make kurung in quote, single quote, it need one again at the front of print to make print in the right function. You need one how to say kurung in your function. Don't kurung your tick, your quote, your single quote. Just open it. You can delete it kurung tutup after before asterisk, after you make single quote. Can you see, you like you do like this, right? You can see the online lesson now. I will demonstrate what I mean. Uh,
Okay.
you you make tanda petik with kurung like this. Don't use this. Just delete this, and then let it free, and then asterisk and n minus 1. Yeah, head minus font is okay, no problem. Minus 1. Yeah, good. And then the last one is about, yeah, okay, that's it. Try it. Is it right? Okay.
Um, but it works, but I don't know why it doesn't make it correct.
Hmm.
Oh, maybe because
Yeah, you're right.
uh,
Two times, two
two times
times count
count.
and plus one, not minus one.
Oh, plus.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It is
I think
like,
that
do you know deret in arithmetic? If you already learn about deret in arithmetic, I think it will be better you understand about that formula. Okay. So there are any question again before we continue our lesson?
I don't think I have any more.
Okay. So are you ready to continue our lesson?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, today we will continue into the loops, but with the different code. The last lesson you already learned about loops, but with the while loops. And today we will try to learn about for loops. The function is same like the while loops, for loop, but while loop will be good if we don't know about how many iteration that we need to achieve our requirement. But in for loop, we already have an element or maybe some restriction that we already define, so we can, let's say we know how to iterate, how many we can iterate, 3 time, 4 time, 7 time, and so on. That's the major difference of the while loop and the for loop. And today we will try to learn about for loop. Okay. For the new order at the pro team, today we will try to make user authorization and user personal account. For the first time, for the first lesson and the first page here, we will try to make a simulation about user authorization. Let's say there is user registration in our website, and you know the user registration, don't have any special character or maybe just a normal character, and this is the forbidden character that will be that want to be detected by our system. So when the user input the name or the login with the maybe special, let's say special character, the system will be warning for the forbidden symbol is like this and so on. And this is the how the program is work with the for loop, of course. So the for loop in this program will be checked one by one of the index in the text that had been defined before. Let's say we have this text. In this text we will try to detect the underscores is in the forbidden character or not. And about the flowchart, we can see here. So the input will be get from the user, and then we have set initiate number for the for the hour loop, and then how many loop we want to iterate with the length of the character. The length of character is like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. Okay, and then if it's not equal to the end, so it will be iterate after until he get the last session of this character. And when he see the forbidden character, he will be printed like in the program like this: forbidden symbol is underscores, and so on until the character will be done, and the index is in the last index of the character. Last index is here. And I want to told you about the index in the program. The index is start from the zero, not from 1, and then it will be the last for the n minus 1. Let's say there is character that have length of the character is 10. The index is start from 0 and the last index is 9. N minus 1, 10 minus 1 is 9. That's the concept of the index in this uh, array or in the for loop and so on. Almost all of the program have the concept of index like that. Start from 0 and n and the index of the variable n minus 1. Okay. Okay, and then we will try to iterate over and over like I said before. And if we want to see here, there is still we need while loop, or we use while loop because we still need to initiate e in the 0 1 for the counter. So how to make the optimal solution? Like I said before, in the for loop we have defined the loop and we know how many iteration of the loop, not infinite loop, or not like if we don't know about the loop and we try to make it search in the each step, and after we know it we break it, not like that, but we already know how many the loop, how many iteration to make the loop is in progress. So we need to for loop to make it more efficient. Okay, before we start more deep about for loop, I want to maybe some review about the last lesson. What is loop? Can you an operator of the loop that you know at the last lesson?
A loop operator is which, and a loop is something that repeats
Mm-hmm.
the what was it called again? Arithmetics? No.
Yeah, repeat. Is it infinite or finite loop?
Finite.
Finite loop. Okay. Is it possible become
Depending.
into infinite loop? What do you think?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Nice. Yeah, you're right. Loop it will be in the generally will be divided into two: infinite and finite loop. When we try to make a counter and make brick into the body of loop, we said this is the finite loop, like you said. But it is possible make loop with the infinite loop, like we make a game. Game is infinite loop. Why? Because if we don't make our sprite or our character to be dead, the game won't be over. So the infinite loop will be go into the game and other program like we said before. And this is about the code when we try to make while loop in the Python. Don't forget to make this code or the structure like this: while and then expression of true, semicolon, and this is the body of the code. Don't forget also about the indentation in the Python. This is very important because if you didn't make indentation about the while will be bad input at the handling error. Okay, good. So what is the counter? What is it used for? We
The counter is
already spill it into the first first slide.
it's it is used to make finite loops.
Yeah, good. Okay. And then what do you know about the counter? What for? Okay, this is for the finite loop. So what will we use of the counter if we try to initiate it to make what?
Uh, what do you mean by initiate?
When we try to make counter in the while loop, we need to initiate for the first time. Like I said before at the first slide, like this. This is the initiate of the counter. Let's say the counter is e in this flowchart. So, but we can make it free for the name of the counter, like the counter or the con or maybe so on. This is the first initiate for the counter. All of the counter need first initiate because if we want to make it to the body loop, if we don't initiate it, the body loop will be not recognized about the counter itself. So about the question that asked you before, what for if we
So
want to make counter? So what do you want to, what the purpose of the counter for the general?
storing all the steps.
Yes, good, nice. That is the point. Storing all the step. At the while loop, we have counter, but the weakness, we need to initiate it for the first time. This is different for the for loop. For loop will be in the line of the for, in the line of the loop code, not in the outside of the loop. While loop need initiate counter at the outside of the body loop. So the counter will be record our step in the loop, and then we can make it like how many repetition, how many iterate that we need to make our requirement to be met. Okay, good, nice. And then this is the example of the flowchart of the counter. You see here, if we want to make
Yes.
counter, we need to initiate it. Is it compulsory? If we didn't initiate it, the counter in the body loop would be a good functionality. It would be a bad variable. The program didn't read this is a good variable, and you can uh, follow for the next instruction or so on, but it will be like the bad input of the program because you didn't initiate it. The counter is, I don't know about the counter, I don't know about the variable counter like that. So this is the weakness of the while.
I have a question.
Yeah, okay.
Uh, why would somebody use the counter if there is the for loop?
Okay, that's a good question. Like I said before, there are something that we need to be exactly. It will be infinite loop like game. Like we want to make a game. The, I at the purpose of the game launched with the program, it will be initially infinite. Why? Because we don't know how many time or how, in the in the what time the character will be dead, or in the what iteration the character will be dead. We don't know. The character will be live at the game when it didn't shoot it by enemy or maybe like that. That is the function of the while and the counter. So the counter will be like the sign when the counter is will become maybe let's say the counter at the game for the simple game like catch the fruit. If the fruit after, if the player had been done with catch 10 fruit, it will be break. Now that's the function of the counter and the purpose of the counter for the while loop. That the overview of this while loop, initially it will be like infinite loop because we don't know how to see the basket will be full of fruit or not, and it can be used for the loose condition also when it can, with the counter, like we say, if the player can catch the fruit, the counter will be -1 every the player can catch the fruit. Now so we need the counter to make the game like more competitive, but like I said before, initially it will be infinite. If the if we want to open it, we didn't determine, or we didn't define the win condition or lose condition like trial attack, like trial time and so on. It will be, the game will be go when the player can catch the fruit, or maybe can make it more and more fruit and so on. That's the 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 reason why people use while loop. If we use for loop in our game, we need to define the last index, that is the uh, one of the argument that should be provided into the for loop. We will see the what argument that should be provided into the for loop. And in the game, we didn't know how many last loop, maybe 10, maybe 6, maybe 4, we don't know. That's why we use while when we want to create something that initially this is a infinite loop, but when we know, or when the player get the some, how to say, certain requirement that we defined before, like I said before, if you can collect 10 fruit, the game will be over and you win and you can go to the next level. That is the the limitation of our game, that exactly if we want to open it for the program is okay, no problem, but it can be more challenging, right, for the game, or maybe for something like more iteration. What app that should be iteration? Oh, if you already learn about, or you already know about the face detection, object recognition, or maybe at the road you see the camera that take the photo of you, and it can be read the what is police number plate. Nah, like that. It will be iterate loop after after and after, and didn't have any limitation or any requirement that should be inputted into the loop of the while. So can you get our my explanation? Get the point?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I hope so. I hope my explanation didn't make you more confused. Okay, so we start again.
Yes.
Okay, this is the example number two of the counter. Same like before, but there are some logical expression at the while loop. You know nested loop or nested conditional statement. When we see nested, or when we know about nested is like there are some comment at the first comment that we create. So there are like star comment. For the first comment, there are a comment again, inside it at the comment again, and so on. This is the combination of the while loop and the logical statement. Okay, this is the like the complete task for the like we want to implement it our flowchart into the code. So we need to initiate it. This is the counter. We can make it like e or counter or count and so on. And then at the body loop, we need to input our wish until 3 times. Why I said until 3 times? Because there is a limitation here. Actually, while can do it for the for loop, but for loop I don't think so. It can be useful or more efficient for the infinite like while loop. Okay, and then after the 3 time, it will be break for the loop, and then print recommendation system is set up. Okay, good, nice. Thank you for your explanation about the loop, and that's good enough for the review. And now we will try to more deep about the loop. And this is the overview of the loop. There are range and in operator. So we can use all the operator here to make for loop. For the example like this is the code for loop, and the element is free of the our we can define it like free. We said for e in element, or for e in for j, for k, for value, or something like that. This is the free variable, and this is the sequence. The sequence can be range, or maybe can be character, or maybe can be text, and so on, or maybe list, a tuple, or maybe like a dictionary, and so on. And don't forget there are some body code here to make for loop. Okay, okay, here. Let's say there are character of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. Okay. Say 7. The length of the character is 7. So when we can try to iterate here with the element, we can say e in this character or this text. We can say assumption of the text like the we can store in the variable text. So for e in text, we can iterate here until the end. We can make for loop for this case like this. The kitty. This is the kitty, and then we can iterate our symbol. Symbol is our name variable. It is free. No, no. You can define it free. You can define char symbol and so on. E is okay. In password, password here. So it will be k is index number one. Index number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on until the end. So the password will be iterate until the end of the text of kitty. Okay, and this is the alphabet with the find the index number, and you see here there are additional one here because like I said before at the early lesson, all of the index start from the 0, so we need to add one, so the a is at the one character number one, no character number 0. Okay, now this is
Uh,
the okay. You have any question?
for the previous one, for symbol in password, what is symbol? Is it supposed to be a variable? Wait, it's an element, right?
Yeah, this is the element. Okay,
But
element
I don't
here,
call.
element here is not it's like variable that store every character in our text in this kitty. So element here, if we make it element like symbol, let's assume the element we use symbol as the element and password as the sequence. Sequence is the text of the element that we identify before. In this case, we identify password as a kitty. We assign the password, variable password, to kitty. So the password will be the inside of the password will be kitty word in the password, and the symbol will be store every character of alphabet in the password. Let's say symbol number one will be say k, will be saved for k, and then next symbol number two will be saved I, and the number three t, and number five is y. And remember, I said number, not index. Index start from 0. So if we want to make the symbol here, we need to make additional one to make it the number for the like the real in the word. But I mean, we don't know about what is the number of the a. This is one, not 0. The index is 0. So this is the need additional one to make it like we can interpret into the real world, like people think about the when he say a at the first character here, like that. Do you get it?
Somewhat.
Yeah. Okay, if you have any question, maybe you can interrupt it again. I will continue again. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, and then let's go back to the task. Like the password, like we see here. The task is want to detect the forbidden character. So we need to make the analyze the login input from the user, and then we need to separate it one by one character, like here Kate Smith. So we need to k for is and check it into the wrong symbol. K is in the wrong text or not. K, there isn't k in here. So when it is not, it would be it won't be printed. But when he become into the one, two, three, four, five, at the fifth step on, or the index is the index 4, he or the symbol will be content of the underscores, and the underscores is in the wrong character. So when it is satisfied and this is the true value, the print forbidden symbol will be printed like in this program, like here. So we can find the underscores, and then what is this? Add, yeah, add add symbol and the in the user of the
Oh,
login that we input. Same like the password here. The password, yeah, the reference is alphabet, but here the reference is the wrong character.
I have a question.
Yes.
For element, you just put symbol, right?
Yeah.
For every element, you have to put symbol.
Mm-mm. Or you have to, no, you didn't have to put the symbol. You can set for e in login, it's okay, no problem. It is just
Oh,
like a variable bebas. What to say? Free variable. You can determine, or you can determine the name of your variable itself. Like for y in login, no problem. For symbol in login, it's okay. For huruf in login, no problem. It is the element is the free variable, but the sequence, it must be contain some value. Why I said like that? Because it is a sequence that we need to iterate from the number one, sorry, for the index number 0, 1, 2 until end of the character. If it is not contain any value, the for loop will be error automatically. So
uh,
do you get it?
so from
Mm-mm.
my understanding,
Mm-mm.
basically the element space is basically a variable.
Yeah, you're right. Symbol or the element is basically is a variable. You can determine, you can name it free, like you name other variable in the Python. You can name it maybe variable for ball, variable for back, and so on. But
But
just remember, if you want to try to make element here, make sure you understand about your element itself. Don't make confused. For example, we can say for JJJ KKK LLL in login. It's okay. The program will be good, will be run smoothly. There is no problem. There is no error there. But when you coordinate, where you try to collaborate with other people, the people will be confused about your variable of element. Like I said, JJJ, what is it? Like that. Just remember like that, because we don't know about the people that we like our friend maybe want to collaborate with us, so we make the variable clearly. Okay, what do you want to ask?
uh, so what if login equals input enter your login and then rung equals, what if I add another line and then write symbol equals x and then for symbol in login, will it still work or will it be broken?
Wait a minute. Can you repeat it? I still didn't understand about the question.
If before since for symbol in login, if
Mm-mm.
symbol in wrong, print forbidden symbol, right? But what if I make a symbol variable before writing for symbol in login? Would it break?
Mm, why you use another variable before symbol? What do you want to do? It's okay, no problem. In the program, is it not like tidak ada ketentuan. There is no restriction about how to make. If I want to make variable before loop, is it will be brick or not? No, no, there is no restriction like that. The for symbol, the for loop will be work like while loop, exactly like that. But in the for loop, we say we have we have determined and we know about the end of the iteration. It is different for the while loop. While loop, we didn't know about the iteration, how many iteration will be satisfied. It can be one or two or three, like I said before. If the enemy at the first loop had been shooted by, sorry, the player has been shooted by the enemy, it will be done for the one iteration. But for the another player, it can be done with the, maybe after 100 iteration, the player can be suited. Like you said before, if we want to make a variable before symbol, it's okay, no problem. But make sure is it have a functional in your code. So that's why I asked you again about what do you want to do about the variable before symbol in the your loop.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah. So if you want to make variable before loop or maybe inside the loop, it's okay, no problem. There are no restriction about it. Just make sure the the how to say, you write the code is right. If you want to make code for the loop, for loop, you need to operator for and the variable of element, and then operator in and the sequence. The sequence is like the value. Value can be stored into the variable. At the in this presentation, we see login just like a variable that store the value from the user. That's the point. And if you want to make another maybe instruction or another for again at the for in the for loop, or in the for loop there are conditional statement, it's okay, no problem, there is no restriction. And you said like, is it will be automatically break? No, there is no automatically break. But if you have any conditional that make the for loop break, like my I will make an example. It will be break if I said if symbol in wrong, so it will be break for the first symbol at the underscores. So when I say if symbol, sorry, here if symbol sama dengan equal of underscores, and I add the below of the if, I said break. So the symbol, the for loop for the login that check for the wrong pattern will be break and won't be get at symbol. Why? Because I make it break at here. When I said in the code, if the symbol is equal of the underscores, make it break. That is will be break. But if you just make another variable like symbol, not symbol, maybe another variable e equal 1, it won't be break because you didn't instruct it to the break. So make sure, just understand this. Break in the loop will be really break or outside of the loop if you want, if you implemented code of break in your loop. Do you know break in the loop? Still remember of
Uh,
the last lesson? Break, there is break, right?
yes,
Yeah,
I
okay.
think.
That is the only one that make loop break, or how to say it, keluar, make it keluar dari loop. That is the only one why the for loop will be outside of the loop. Okay, do you get it, Matthew?
Yeah.
Okay, I hope you get it. Okay, let's see. Next, this is like some summary. How many steps will the loop take if you enter the login ID, Sidorov, and Y? Yeah, this is like I said before, with the for loop, we can identify and we can iterate automatically from the first one until the last one, and it will be iterating on the for loop for all of the character. Okay, this is the program as counter loop. Yeah, this is the like the range. And the last slide, we see there are operator range in the for loop. It can be like how many iteration that we want with the number, not by sequence. Like I said before, the sequence is exactly like a value. A value is many form. There are many form of value, like a range, like a number itself, maybe 4, 3, 2, 1, and so on, or maybe like string, like we need to iterate from the first letter until the last letter. That's the sequence. Okay, this is the run function. Okay, I think the overview about the theory is already enough. Okay, let's try to go into your course. I will see your course. Can you screencast? Okay, now is lesson 4 from the friend around authorization number 7. Okay, okay, what do you think? Select the program that has no errors for symbol in login. Okay, why the number 4 is wrong? You know the reason? Can you
I
explain
think
it?
it's something to do about this brackets at the end.
Yeah, you see there is in the last used by index. It didn't use index if you want to just want to make iteration of the text. So in range there you need to operator in the number 3. It's wrong. Number 2, for number in range, you see there
Oh,
are semicolon here. You didn't need semicolon but comma for the range. That's the make it false. So the good one is number 1. Yeah.
yeah, but it doesn't specify. Oh,
Uh,
that wasn't a
like I said
variable.
before, is it literally a value? A value can be string, can be integer, and so on. Okay, it's just like a trap.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Last time we always use variable, right? Okay. Wow, nice. Had you learned about coding before this?
Uh, Not through any lessons. I just happened to get interested in Python one time.
Okay.
And I type fast because I like playing games.
Okay. Nice. Python will be maybe at the course module 6 we will try to make a simple game. It will be so interesting. Okay. See, you need to input. Okay. Before we input the wish, let's see. What should we do? Write a program that gathers music preference. Open the automatic check first. That is the like the tip. What we should to do for the first, we need to look. You see here the program. Enter your wish again, and preference take into the account. So it means there are like determining the iteration. How many iteration here? You enter the three musical preference. So you need to make four.
Mm.
No, nope, 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 like that. Not like that. Okay, you need to define four before with input. You see here there are a template. For the first line there is a for loop, and the second line there is a wish input. So you need to make for loop for the three musical preference. How to make three musical iteration? Three iteration in the for loop with the range.
Huh?
With the range, you can make
With
operator in range. For e, you can try to determine it by yourself.
for
What element that you want to use, just use it. Okay, in range. Yeah, how many musical? Three musical.
three.
So in range is three. Yeah, three. Okay, don't forget. Yes. Now, at the fifth line, you need to input wish. Do you get the
Input.
flow chart? This program need
So
one to okay, number three, just cut it and go make it into the number five, line five. I mean, number three, cut it with yes, cut. Okay, input it into the now line four. Okay, good. And then the preference will be printed after all the music is will had been inputted by the user. So by the line 5, you make it delete. So wait a minute. Okay, preference text into the account. Yeah, recommendation spread. Nice. Okay, try it. Okay, until three times. Okay, good. Nice. Do you get the flow chart? The flow of the program, right?
mm, yes,
Okay, good. Nice. Okay, this is for the fix the bug. Let's say it's like a debugging. Do you know debugging?
yes.
Okay, good. This is like the debugging. Make sure the program run correctly.
I still don't get range though.
Yes.
I still don't quite understand range.
Range. Okay. Range like we want to make a interval number that we start from the always start from the zero and before minus one of the interval number that we determine. Let's say we at the last code we make it three. 3 in range means from the 0, 1, and 2. That is the index of the range of 3. When we, like I said to you before, the iteration of the sequence of 4 exactly like a value. So there are three values that need to be iterated from the 0, 1, and 2. That's why when you set preference in 0, so this the preference 0, and then for the second iteration, preference 1, and the third iteration, preference 2. That's the last iteration. So you need to make, if you want to
Uh,
like number and the range, it work like that. You get
so
it?
the range is basically like the counter.
Yes, you're right. So if
Okay.
you want to make a counter, if you want to record the counter, you didn't need any variable like the while loop. You need to initiate for the first one and then you make it into the inside of the loop. Okay, good, nice. So what's this? Modify the program. Okay. one. Yes. Mhm. Wait a minute. I don't understand about that line three. Why you make it if name? You say maybe you want to type name, right? If name in range, what is it? Do you want to make for
Uh,
loop or conditional if?
I don't know what to name it, so I just put main.
Okay. You want to make for loop, right? If you want to make for loop, the command not if but for. Number line three. If main. If you want to make for loop, for main. Or what do you want to do? This is
Oh,
or statement conditional.
I meant for, but I wrote if.
Okay. Because the statement conditional there is like put like that.
What does
Okay.
iterable mean?
Hmm.
Create an object is not iterable. Welcome name, enter name.
Yeah. Okay. Count. You see here. If you want to make range, you need to range count. Not only count like this.
Oh,
Yeah, range count. Okay, good. And then you need to input how you count it. Okay. And then what for the last one? I think there is some printed for the last one. Group chat created. Yeah, like that. Okay, nice. Okay. It is like same like at the PowerPoint. I think. If you want to define string, you didn't need kurung buka, kurung tutup. Just make a quote, single quote or double quote. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. You need to check one by one character. Is it prohibited or not? Okay. Yeah.
oh, not fine. What do you know?
What do you want to do?
What was
What do you want
what
to do?
was the line for dot find? I remember this, but I forget. So was it Glenn dot find
Okay.
prohibited? Was it like that?
If you want to use find program, find code, you need to make prohibited dot find glen. The argument of the find is the character that you want to search, and the yeah like that. The element of the statement. Okay. Okay. Do you know what wrong with your code? Do you know the
Maybe.
written value of the find? When you use find and you get the character in some sentences or some text, what the return value of it. This is just like an index, just an index. You can print the index directly. Is it okay if you want to make it more comment? You can make it, but you just can use you just if you want to make it simple and efficient, you just use number six, line number six. For Glenn in prohibited, just change for into if Glenn in prohibited. It's mean if there are character Glenn that safe in the Glenn in the prohibited, it will be printed prohibited character. You didn't need number five, not line number five.
Or if Glenn in prohibited.
Yeah, you didn't need the index in the number five because we didn't use it. Nah, you get it? And you see you can add any variable, any comment in your program, and there is no error. It's okay, but like I said before, just try to use best practice in code. Just use an efficient and effective code in your code. Same output, there are two. Okay, can you mention input for the output for the number one? For number in range 0, 5, and 2.
For the first one, it will print,
What
I
number?
think,
What,
in range 0, 5, 2.
okay,
I think it will print
I will explain 052 here. And then try to guess the number. 0 is the first number that will be printed. And the 5 is the last iteration of the 4. And the 2 here, the last one, is the increment from the first number until you meet the last number. So what is the print number here? For the first number, it will be printed
0, then 5, then 2.
increment is 2. So you after the first number, the increment is 2. The first number is right, 0. And for the second number will be at 2.
5.
At 2. Like I said, the 2 here, then the last range is the increment of the first number.
Oh,
So the number 2, the second number is 2. And what about the third number?
the second number is 2,
Uh,
and the third should be 5.
is it true? 2, the increment is 2. The increment is 2, it means you need to add 2, right? 2 add
Yes.
2. So it equals 4.
So
0
this both should be the same, right?
for number 1 and then number 3. Remember, range 4 will be minus 1. The last one will be minus 1. So it won't be same. Yeah, number 1 and number 2. It will be same. Okay, I hope you can follow my explanation. If you have any question, just interrupt it. Okay, password.
What
What?
is this?
Try to input the password. Maybe you can. Oh, what is it? Oh, encrypting password, or maybe read the password. Only letter of the English alphabet are used. Replace each letter with its alphabetical number. Nah, yeah. You need like you did before. You need command find to make it. That is the clue because you need to
Uh,
find the index number of the alphabetical.
do
Yeah.
so I have to do English
Yes. Good. Nice. You need to make reference of the English and then
and in range English.
Wait a minute. Check we want to check the input of the user. Should we use range or should we use a value from the user?
Like this, right?
No. Range is contain integer number only. But if we want to sequential repeat it from the value like string, we just type the variable of the string itself. It is password. Yeah. And then next,
So
how to find the index number like you did before. You
if
already did
n
it. And I said delete it because we didn't need it. What did you do before? Still remember? What
uh
what
I remember if n in English, then print
then print what? You see here? The system want
uh
you to print the index number, not the letter of the English alphabet. The index.
oh,
Let's
like
see.
the cat, like the Betty one, right?
81. What is it?
Aren't I supposed to put that fine first?
Yes, nice. You need to make the find. Just remember the find. The argument of find is the not the password,
English
but the element, not the password. Yeah.
password dot find English.
Yes.
If n
English is our reference, not the character that we need to find the index. What character that we store in our index here, in our variable here, at the for, the hints in the for, and in password.
I have
Okay, like
no idea what I am doing.
you already did good here at the line for, but you wrong and when you place the English in the argument of find. Remember, like I said before, you already do it. The
And
argument of the find is the variable that contain the character that you want to search. What do you want to search?
I want to search n.
And yeah, you're right. So you you print password.
Correct.
Okay. You print. Wait, wait a minute. You print password dot find underscores n. Just print it.
How do I set it to 0?
You already get the index at the line 4, right? And what you want
Yeah.
to print the index. What should you do if you want to print the index from the line 4? What should
Mm,
you do if you want to print the index of the line 4? You already find the index. The line 4 is the finding the index. And you already did it. But you didn't print it. How to print the line 4? Come
how
on.
to print the
This is
line
like the
4.
first lesson. Come on. Calm down.
So
Okay.
I have to print
Print it.
password dot find n, I guess.
Yes. You're right. Try it. And then
And since there can't be a 0, do I just plus it by 1?
okay. Wait. Find and
Wait,
wait. Not and the password and the English. We want to make it right.
there we go.
Yeah, good. The number line number 5 is right, but line number 4 is not right. You can delete it before you get confused. Wait a minute.
This one is
Line
not
number
right.
4, yeah, that's not right. because you just search and in your first. Nah, good
Oh,
job.
so
The
now
reference is
now
of the tick. Okay, for the last lesson.
number of users two
Yes.
and four or f of
So it
four.
will be for each account request the number request to enter the yeah. It will be yes, good. And it want the user to input the login and age, login name and age. See? Okay, good. Okay, before that, just see the number three, the requirement of the task. If age equal not equal less than 14, it prints error and so on. So you need to make statement condition. And then when it otherwise it had been display account created. Okay, good. Yes, nice.
Oh, John two John Kate
Yeah,
two John
yeah.
two
John,
John
John
15 Kate
11.
11.
Yeah. Yes, good job. Okay, nice. Okay, next course.
Uh,
Why it's blank to the black one? Oh, okay. It needs to be loaded again. Okay, still loading. Okay, for the first one, it had been bugged, but you can try to guess it. You see,
for the first one, what?
sign algo if A, it will be asterisk. Print asterisk. Text algo. Asterisk is yeah, good. And then after A is
I'll
L.
go
What should we do with L?
and
Print
then print
sign.
this
But it,
and
I think there is some bug there.
the character will not be printed. Yeah, I
Okay.
think
G
sign
G is like tanda petik, not tanda petik. Like head. Number two is in the number three, right? G is letter number three. So you need to make number two into the number three, right?
yeah.
Because G is letter number three. A
So
L
G
G O, yeah, good. Because G is letter number three, and then number four O is break. So the character will not be printed is the number, the last number. Okay, the asterisk, the character will not be printed is the last number. You see here,
the
O is sign break,
like
right?
this.
Yes. Oh, wait a minute. The asterisk will be the first one. Like
That
A is the first one. Yes.
so this
The
one.
A,
Oh,
yeah. L will
I
be
thought
like
in
L.
order like this one.
Uh-uh. Do you
So
understand here?
yes, so A it will be asterisk then
Yes.
L.
And then
So it will
L.
print L next.
Yeah.
And then G. G should be this and then
Yeah. Good job.
uh
Nice.
okay.
Okay. Good. Your typing speed is amazing. Is there any code or maybe some subject code in your school? No.
No, not.
Oh, nice. 247. That's so fast. Okay.
If
What it is?
number
Debugging again?
equals if preference equals
Debugging again, right? Yeah.
else huh?
An indent does not match in outer indentation level. Number 5. If you confused about the code, you can see the result from the task. You can open the task and see what should the code that be printed. For the first one, you need to enter the number, and then after that, you need to input the preference. Nah, good. And then what next? Each
Where is the
preference you need
track?
to type your mood and yeah,
If preference equals happy, then print Shrek.
yeah.
But
So
why isn't it printing Shrek?
so if
Oh,
preference equal happy will be inside the body loop, not the outside the body loop. You see in the line 5, you still make it outside the body loop. Nah, good job.
where is my Shrek? Where is my Shrek? If they're feeling happy, Shrek is printed. One enter how you.
There's a
So
number.
one number, as long as the number is not, as long as it isn't off, then if number equals 1, preference input
Your feeling. So you didn't need add L. Yeah, good. Don't forget. Yes. Okay, good.
1 happy Shrek and then I you
If they're
and
feeling
then
something, Aladdin. If us, they enter exit. Okay. Every you enter the after you enter the happy or something, you need to input the number again. So the number will be inside the loop. Am I right? Okay.
1 happy and Shrek and then 1 angry off.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Nah, good job. You already give hint by the system at the line 1. You can use it. That is the clue because we need to make 3 attempts. You see that? The program should ask for the name of the game until FIFA is entered. The game is like we guess some word until the
So
user FIFA. Yeah, good.
I have a question. For range 1 and then comma 4, it means basically 4 minus 1, right?
Yes. So the first number it will be
4, I just have to remove this.
okay.
And then name equals input, name equals input, enter the name of the game.
Yeah.
So, congrats. So,
What do you think
R2
of? Yeah, good. It will be the
and
body
then
move. And then what next? If the answer is correct, it means the user input FIFA, the program print, congratulations, you guess it on time, blah blah blah, and exit.
if
Okay.
name equals, do I need to do like name dot upper?
No, 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 no. It the program won't make it case sensitive. It's okay, no problem. But let's try to follow the auto check, automatic check first. If you want to modify it, it's okay, no problem. But follow the automatic check first. If you, I'm afraid if you have a modified like that, it won't be accepted by automatic check. In this task, the automatic check, I think want us to make it case sensitive.
Kittens, eyes and fire. Kittens, eyes and
Okay.
fire. FIFA.
Okay.
What I do
Do
wrong?
you forget something? You can read again at the task. After congratulations, what the system need to do? If the answer is correct, wait. If the answer is correct,
Oh, so that's what was wrong. Mm,
you need to. No, no, no. That's already right. If it's already in the good in the body of loop, but you need one comment again inside of the your statement conditional. After you print congratulations, what the system need to do? You can see at the task. After the congratulation output displayed in the picture, you guess on try
it that
and exits. Make it exit. You didn't make it exit. You
how?
just make it loop again. How to exit from the loop? No. Uh, how to make an exit from the loop? Do you understand what I mean?
I don't know how to make a net set.
Break. Do you remember it?
Oh, break.
Yeah, you need to break from the loop to exit from the loop. The sentences and exit means you need to break or you need to exit from the loop, and you can use command break. That's the point for the uh, task in the automatic check. Sometimes task in the automatic check need to make our brain pening. How to say pening? Okay, program entertainment. The section began by entering a number. Okay, what is your number? The section began by entering a number of the recombination or draw or off that you make it.
Enter one
Entering a
recommendation.
number. So you need to make input from the user. Put from the input from the user. For the first one. Okay, and then you need to okay. The number here like an option the user choose, not the iteration the user want to make loop. Okay. So
So
you, do you need this
if
for or another for?
if if num is not equals like this,
Uh-uh. Not not equal is right. Okay.
mm,
Input your preference, right? Yeah. You requested the preference. Then there are 1.1 if sport is entered, hardcore sport podcast is recommended. You need to display hardcore sports podcast. Okay. Else is
can
Kanye. Kanye West new album without a dot at the last sentences. Just delete the dot at the last sentences after album. Yeah. And then quote it. Okay. Use double quote. Yep. Good. Do you know the different double quote and single quote?
huh?
Do you know the difference of the using double quote and single quote?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Good. Okay. Nice. If number two, you need to make attempt 3 times. It already mentioned and it defined 3 times only to answer the correct band musical group. Okay. Enter the name of the band. Okay. Be careful. It is case sensitive. You need to make it perfectly same. You win a concert and then back to the input of the num. So what do you want to do? Okay. Why you
Mm.
place break hit there?
So when it's off, it will break.
Okay. Off. Okay. Break from what? You didn't do any loop here. You see? Your code from the
Oh,
line number two. And so until line number 13, you didn't doing any loop. What do you want to do by brick? Okay, and then okay,
One sports.
okay. Is it true? You see in the
Uh,
picture.
I need to
After
put
you choose the option and then type your preference, you need to back to the num. So what should you do? Yeah.
while.
Yes. Good. 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 Nice. Okay. Wait a minute. Back it. I will show you how to make it fast. Back. Control Z. Control Z.
Back?
Oh.
Huh?
Can you? Okay. No problem. No problem. Just continue it. Actually, I want to show you how to make it fast to tap from the first offline and for our desired line. It's okay, no problem.
Okay.
Just make sure. Okay. If num1, you need to make to input the preference. Yeah. And the preference will be divided into two. If you input sports, you will be get hardcore sport podcast. Else you need to Kenny miss. Okay, line number 6 not is not good enough about the space. The
Line number
indentation is
6.
one tap, minimal one tap. It is just like one space, right? Nah, good. And then
And
adding input
then
two. Okay, and after you make attempt 3 times, you need to input the guess and make conditional statement. Conditional statement need an instruction or command at the line 13. 13 not good enough for the indentation in Python.
13 is not. So you win a concert ticket.
Yes, you need to make one type. Yeah, good. And then for the last one,
One recommendation, enter my preference sports. And then why does it ask enter your preference again?
enter your preference sports.
If off is
Okay,
enter.
nice. Nice. Try to run it again. Nah, okay. I think there are some glitch in the platform for the last time. Okay, enter your
If
preference.
none preference input, enter your preference. If
Do you know
one
why? Because you didn't change any num value in your system. So after you make the selection with the conditional statement with the line number 3 until number 9, you need number 14, line 14. You need to make input again, num input, enter one recommendation, and so on. You just copy it from the first line into the number 14. And you didn't need elif num equal off because you already filtered it in the second line. While num didn't equal off. You didn't need uh, else again at the line 14 and 15. You just need add one again. One the brick is needed because you need to break from the attempt if you already correctly guessed the answer.
So like this one spot, but no,
No, it will
it
be break
doesn't.
from the loop. I mean, break here need to make it into the inside of the 4E in range. You need to break from there because if you already answered the queen and correctly, you need to break from the loop, right? From the loop inside the 4 in range. Yeah, good. Ah,
One sports, but it asks for my preference
yeah,
again.
because you didn't input again, the user didn't input again like the number one, line number one. You need to insert like number one at the
Oh,
line 15 at the bottom of the code, not the first code there. Bottom of the code, line 15.
line 15.
Yes. Yep. Elif. Inside the body loop. Yeah, good. Nah, try it.
One sports, one
Yeah, enter your preference.
interesting.
Maybe likes interesting. Okay,
Two
good.
queen off.
Okay,
Okay.
good. Nice.
Hello, how are you?
Okay, this is like with the increment. The clue is no. You didn't need to delete it. Undo all. Reset it. Okay. The rule is you can delete the message. You need to modify it with the for loop. That's the hint. You can modify the number two, line number two. The mission is to modify with the program, not by the deleted the character. The hint is used for loop with the increment. Do you still remember the increment from the last time I explained to you? I hope it
Like
didn't
this?
make you confused. Nope. In message can be increment. The increment can be done by operator range. Okay, you wanna
Was it
try
the dot
to the
find one?
other one? Okay, wanna try the other logic? It's okay, no problem. If you have find any another some addition another algorithm, it's okay.
And print the. I forgot.
You
Message dot find.
can you tell me what do you want to do first with your explanation before you want to implement it into the program, so I know what do you want to do, what the algorithm, what the flowchart that you want to make in your code.
I remember that I think I want to use something like this where since so for one, but how do I make the increment one?
Increment one with variable.
Message dot find one, like that.
No, find is used for searching a character, not for increment. If
What,
you want to
I
make
forgot the
increment
one.
in with for loop, you need to make operator range. That's the clue. If you make it, you can make just one, two, three, four, five line of code maybe.
Like
Range.
this one for I in range message. This one.
Yes. Oh yeah. I will explain to you again about range. Range is contain three argument. The first one is the number, and the second one is the number again, and the third one is the number. There are no string here. If you want to make like a number or like a limitation in your range, you need to make in length. So you make limitation about the number of the character that you want to check. So the first one is the 0. Why 0? Because you want to make it from the start of the character, right? And then for the second line, for the limit of the loop, you need to make it all of the character here. So you need to make length in the all of the character in variable message. Do you remember how to make, how to know the length of the character in the string? What command do you want to that you can use?
What comment I can use?
Yeah, to know how many character in your variable of string. In your string, there are string, right? Hello, how are you? The way.
Len,
That's like yes, nice line. Okay, input it into the
print,
second. Oh, do you wanna try to print it first?
uh, so message, no, comma, message,
Message.
message dot len,
Not dot length, but length kurung buka kurung tutup with argument message. Message. Yeah, good, nice. That's the code for the length message, and then the increment. You see there, HHAALLOO and so on. There are
yeah.
always double. So you need just one
So
again. Just not one again.
percent
Just one
one
only.
equals
So you need to increment it in the range. No, at the no at the you didn't need to make new comment to make increment. Like I said to you,
for
range have a third parameter, third argument that you can use to make to determine the increment. So you just need add comma and after line message comma and you need to increment 2.
how do I increment to?
At the range there are two argument, right? 0
Yeah,
comma line message. You can
yeah.
add one argument again. After line message you can add comma and then make 2. Yes, that is it means the range will be increment 2 times from the previous index. Do
Oh,
you get
so
it? The
no,
logic?
yes,
You didn't need.
no need for
No, you didn't
like
need
as
add asterisk
okay,
or multiply. Just add the value, determine the value of increment, and it will be increment automatically. Okay, the logic is
and
good. You get the logic, but how to make it into the new message?
how do I add one into the message?
Do you remember the operator for the string that concatenate another string? What will we use to concatenate another string?
Concatenate,
Yeah, do you know concatenate?
uh,
Combine two string into one.
message plus one.
Nope, it's wrong. Yeah. Okay.
Star.
You can concatenate string and integer. You see there? You can do that. We need to new
Concat.
variable. We need new variable that save new message that already been modified by us with our loop. So first of all, before you go to the loop, you need to initiate one variable, empty variable, but the variable is defined with data type string. Can you do it
So
for the code? How to
hmm,
how to initiate variable that contain type data string before you go to the loop. You need one variable like a container to accommodate to combine all of the character that you had be got from the loop. You understand what I mean?
Like this one?
No, that's just uh like an index only. But you didn't make any modification of word, right? That's the index, right? But you need to make it into the one sentences, into the right one sentences, like hello, how are you, like that. But didn't need to make a double in every character.
Didn't
Okay.
make to. I feel it's something in the previous one, but I can't point out what.
This is the, if I don't forget, I think it is about string lesson. How you can concatenate or combine all of the character into the one sentences or one word with operation arithmetic plus. You need to make one variable like a container for the new home of the character that you collect. That's just like conditional. You didn't need it. You need to make it hello, wow, how are you, and so on. But you need to make it true. Okay. Do you need
I'm
my help?
confused.
Okay. I will switch
Yes.
to the tab. Wait a minute. Okay. It is displayed into your screen? Okay. Number 11. Sorry.
Yes.
This is the loop is just like you. You got the logic, and we need to. Like I said, we need to make one variable, the content of the container string, and then this string will be added into every word, every character that we got from from the variable message here. We need an index to call each character that we want to collect. After that, we print it the new message after we encrypt all of this data with the increment index of 2. You didn't initiate it. Okay.
Uh,
I think you didn't need to make space. Just make an empty string, really empty, not white space string. Yeah. Okay.
oh,
Do you understand
why
what
does it?
this code mean? You see? Hello, how are you? Each number already one, not double like the previous message. That's the
So
hmm?
I basically contains like this is one, like this is zero, this is two, this is one, like that,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. The concept is like that. That's why we need increment 2 in your for loop. Because if
Oh,
you didn't divide increment 2, you won't get the index number 2 after number 0, right? After number 0 is 1. So you will get H again, and A, E, L, L. It's still double. That's why we need to make an increment 2. After 0, we need to index 2. H is 0. Index 2 is I. Sorry, E. And so on. Index 4 is L. It will be jump one step ahead. And message two is like a
Oh,
container. You need like a container to collect all of the character that you already got from the index. The index you got like a message one here. Okay, you can modify it. You can try it. That's the first index that you need to make. You
okay. I
understand
think
it?
I understand.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, the last one. Okay, right. Oh, encrypted again.
Vowels
Encryption.
and
At startup, the program read password. Okay. So you need to make the input of the password. All the vowel are encrypted with zero. Okay. You need to convert all of the vowel that you find in your password into zero and the consonant with one.
mm, 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 mm. At
You
startup,
need
the
to
program.
identify each character in your input password. Each one character in your input password. What should you do? Okay, good. Nice. Okay. And then you need to convert all of the character that you got from the password one by one. If it is vowel, oh, what happened? Okay.
Uh,
If
I
it is
just
vowel,
remember.
you need to convert it into zero. And if you find the consonant, you need to convert it into how to say it? One. Yeah. Don't forget if you want to combine all of the type data of string, you need a container to combine all of them into one. It is like same method like the like your task before at the start one. You need to identify first. Identify is I or E in your password is contain vowel or not.
So now I found the ingredients. Now what
Yeah.
next?
You find the index, but the system didn't want to display the index, but to convert all of the invention into the number 0 and 1, but in the type data string, not in the integer or in the float with type data string. In one line, not in this is like first line, second line, third line, and so on. In one line, you can try to combine all of the character that you got like the previous method. You need to container, you need to define container, and then you
Oh,
combine it with plus
yes.
arithmetic.
Do you have to make like another one of message too?
Yes, like that. The concept is
Okay.
almost same.
And then for I in password,
You need to filter it. If you find if it is contained in the vowel, you need convert E or collect zero number, zero character. Yeah, good. What should you do? Okay. Is that O or zero? Mm-mm. Okay. You didn't see anything because you didn't print anything and you didn't combine anything. You need to combine all of the convert vowel and consonant into one line string. You can yes plus yes. Try it. Nah, good. Do you get it?
Yes, but it's still.
Oh, it's not work. Forward.
Oh, I need to lower, I think.
Yeah, good. You need to make it lower because in the task it say all of the lower or is it not work?
Yes.
Let's put lower. Mm. What is the one? Well, everything like injected about lower. Um, Still not work.
Yes.
Okay. Mhm. Try to make lower nested with the line 3. Input, enter your password and dot lower. You can combine lower function into the line number 3 after enter your password. No there, after enter your password. After your password, kurung buka, titik, yes, lower, and you can delete it. What's happened here? Oh my god, because because you didn't make nested, it didn't accept it by, oh my god, accepted by automatic check. Okay, okay, good,
Okay.
nice. So the rest is about the bonus task, right? Okay,
Yeah.
maybe you can try to do it by yourself for the bonus task.
Okay.
Okay, good job, Matthew. You are very good
Thank you.
in the understanding about the code. Okay, so do you wanna ask something before I close it?
No.
No. Okay, I hope my explanation didn't make you more confused. If you have anything about any question about the lesson, you can use Marsagram or maybe you can how to say send message with WhatsApp. I already send message into your parent. Maybe you can get my number from your parent. Okay, if you didn't have any question, I will wrap up our lesson today. So we already learned about I mean do a loop continue loop with the for. another loop of the while. So the difference of the while and the for loop is about like we have some limitation that's clearly defined with for loop, and about the while loop we didn't have any limitation defined like infinite loop. And there are operator range, and then like sequence like the variable or so on. You can make it more, try to explore it. There are increment in the range, and the third argument is increment. The first argument is start from the index, and the second line is the about the last of the index. Okay, I think it's enough for today. Tomorrow we will try to continue our lesson at 2 p.m., right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, good. I will remind you again tomorrow about our lesson. Okay, if you didn't have any question about or discussion about our lesson, I will close the lesson today. Thank you for your coming in the online lesson with me, and goodbye. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome.